Exhale, kiai. Yeah. Tobi kosu yukimi, kiai. Yukimi Waza is the foundation for Jiu-Jitsu. Philosophically, it teaches us control our body, coordination, balance, safety, so we learn to fall, not to hurt yourself. But very important, controlling the body. If we cannot control the body, how can we execute techniques and fight? You might know a lot of techniques, but if you cannot control your body, no way you can execute those techniques. So Yukimi is a foundation. It teaches a really pay attention to balance and coordination, and so it's very, very important for Jiu-Jitsu. It teaches you, when you progress in your belts, you become wiser and better with your technique. You learn to adjust to your opponent. Your opponent could be stronger, flexible, or less flexible, psychologically different. So immediately you have to know, should I use less force or less force? Different mechanical leverage, because each person is different and unique. So like what just happened with Vance, you tried like to everybody do the same approach, it didn't work. So second time you adjust it a little bit somewhere subconsciously in your body. So every time you do a technique, you quickly see who is in front of you and you adjust, then the technique will come out correctly. You don't do the same technique to everybody exactly the same. It's very important. Jiu-Jitsu is like a water. We flow and adjust. We take the shape. Speaking of water, what is the 3 philosophical principles of our KATABAMI Jiu-Jitsu Dojo?
Softness, flexibility, balance.
What is softness?
Softness, just being like water going around.
It's like water. When you take it, you cannot grasp it, it flows through your hands, through your fingers. Second,
It's flexibility. It's like a bamboo.
It bends but doesn't break. And third,
It's grounded. It's like the tree.
balance and
Rooted.
grounded, like a tree. So nobody can move you. You're so grounded. Your reserve stuck with the earth. All right. The 3 philosophical principles. Or all our techniques in our style of Jiu-Jitsu based on those 3 principles. We all have flexibility, softness, and balance in all the techniques. So once you understand those principles, you understand how the techniques are working. hand is there.
But this is your throat.
It's mechanically, it's easy to control upper body, plus you reach the hand, you can strike your opponent and drive, focusing the head into the ground. So the head in combat should hit the ground before the body hits.
Yeah.
Stepping tight. Holding here, stepping here. Tight. Very tight. Slide. Tight. Throw. This is important. That's where we build the spirit. That's when we push the body. When the body gets tired, we're going for. That's when we push the body. We're building the spirit. Because techniques are not enough. When you're fighting and defending yourself, techniques not gonna save you your life. It's the spirit that's gonna save your life. So when you think you cannot go any farther, the spirit keeps you going. You might have nice techniques, but if your spirit is weak, you're gonna die. If you have a bad technique, but the spirit that keeps pushing you, you might survive. All right. Bends, cross and grab. You're gonna do a cross and grab. You execute the technique, whatever comes to your mind. Slowly, with control. Okuri Ashiharai.
Hi.
Okay, let's make a circle. You're in the middle. Okay, circle, let's make it a little bit tighter. We're gonna go one person at a time. You grab, or if you have a weapon, you put a weapon and hit. Okay? Your job is defend yourself, execute with control. Let's not hurt anybody. So if you have a knife, you can come with putting the knife anywhere in the body. His job is defend. You don't have a knife, you drop him anywhere in the body. Let's go. Warrior code of KATABAMI JU-JITSU. Okay, confident. You have to know your techniques to be confident. When you're confident, you have power because you believe in yourself. And when you have power, you will always be victorious, victory. So it's confidence, power, and victory. But confidence doesn't come because you think you're confident. You have to know it's a skill, you have to have a skill, you have to know the technique, then you have confidence in your abilities. When you're confident, then you have power, and then you have victory. Don't stop, never stop. Doesn't matter how bad you make a mistake. You stop, that's when you die. You have to control. Why I was mentioning that if he gets on the ground to get up as soon as possible, why was it important?
We're standing art.
We're fighting art. This is not a sport. If we're gonna grapple on the ground, we're not here to get points or get a submission. We're here to survive or to win. You go on the ground, you die. We're not playing a sport game. There is no rules on the ground. If you're wrestling or doing any other type of martial arts that's specializing in the ground, you're not really doing fighting combat arts. Because there's friends, they can grab a bottle and hit you. Nobody fights on one-on-one. Could be friends coming from different directions, grabbing weapons, pipes, metal pipes, knives, bottles over your head while you're grappling. You can only fight one person on the ground at a time. Standing, you can fight multiple attackers. You can move or run. That's why when you're grappling and we do randori, which is very close to reality, but not 100% reality yet because there is no strikes involved. But you realize you do your randori, you pull on the ground, you have a very limited options. Yeah? That's why it teaches you all the time, break away, stand up, so you can fight multiple attackers. This is a time to push yourself, feel your spirit inside. I know you're tired, I know everything you hurts, all the muscles. I know your brain wants to rest and drink probably water. Nice, nice, that's nice. On the hard surface and a broken glass, that would be the end of it. So you shut your head and just fighting. Get reaching too deep inside you for your spirit and focusing and fighting. Don't think, just do it. Focus, focus. Scott, I think you're tired. Wake up inside of you. Finish him. Stop. Very nice. See what happens? You think you were tired, but then you realize you reach inside the spirit and you finish. Very nice. Exhale. Exhale! Yes! Other side! Yeah! Nice throw, Greg! Improvement! Improvement, okay! Let's fix yourself. Fix yourself and let's even say it. Like I was mentioning before as a class, and many times during the examination, it's not just a test. I don't care during the test if your technique doesn't look 100% crispy clear, as long as you don't quit. Because when I ask you to come for the test, I know that you're ready. You proved yourself many times during the class that your technique is there. You know what you're supposed to do. The reason we're testing to test the spirit and the mind. That's the most important thing. In a stressful situation, in a realistic, if you can do it during the test, putting yourself together, putting your mind and spirit, the body will remember the technique. It will come. Like at the last fight. I know you were tired, you didn't were nothing, but then you got yourself together and you just body start doing what it's supposed to be doing while we were training. Okay. In our dojo, I don't give the belts right and left. You have to earn it. Time doesn't mean nothing. You could be training for a year to be a white belt, or 2 years. You have to show the progress and technique. Scott came already with a brown belt from a different school, from Jiu-Jitsu school. He'd been doing this for many years. He came here, he put a white belt and start from beginning. So as a white belt, he trained. We just have to change certain ways to do things because each school has their own way of doing things. He had to adapt and change the way we do our techniques. But over 3 years, he'd been coming and training all the time regularly. Sometimes one-on-one training because there was nobody in the class and there was a holiday and he would still come and we would train one-on-one. So he would get a private class. And in 3 years, he is getting to the point when he's ready to become a brown belt after already being a brown belt in another school. Scott, come in front of me. Are you ready to take the responsibility of the brown belt? Take over. sealing your belt, I'm gonna seal your old belt, making a strong knot, symbolizing sealing of your knowledge, your pain, your sweat. So this knot symbolizing the sealing process. His knowledge and pain and sweat and blood. Certificate from our KATABAMI Jiu-Jitsu Dojo and from our clan, symbolizing that you are from today the San Q, which is the third Q brown belt in KATABAMI Jiu-Jitsu Dojo and KATABAMI Jiu-Jitsu clan. Okay.
My name is Justin Nakamura. So I started a few months ago. I love it here. The practical application is clear. The training is difficult. There's a sense of family and tradition, which is all fantastic.
My name is Greg Dietrich, so I've been training with Sensei Kunin for the past year. I love the atmosphere of the dojo is great. The students are awesome. Sensei's feels like family. So I love the techniques that we learn here. The combat. I love the jiu-jitsu and the spirit that it brings.
My name is Vance Harvey. I've been an off and on student of KATABAMI for going on 20 years, I think now. I joined this particular jiu-jitsu dojo after some amount of research and what was going on in the late 90s in the jiu-jitsu movement. Coming into the United States, this was sort of pre-UFC MMA days, or right at the dawn of that era. And I audited several classes around the Los Angeles area, and I honed in on this particular class because Sensei Kunin and Sensei Olga were teaching a type of jiu-jitsu that I felt deserved its place and tradition and history. I appreciated the carrying on of an institution that I believe has been going on for long enough to hold its place in martial arts history. And I saw that other people were trying to modernize something that didn't necessarily need modernizing. I think that the skills had already been honed over a period of some 2,500 years. And so I joined, and it's been a long journey off and on. I move around a lot, but every time I come around to LA, I try to pick up where I left off, and it's been a really good journey, mind, body, and soul journey. I'm a little windy right now, but yeah, jiu-jitsu has helped me in life along the way. It's really helped me to, it changed my life back 20 years ago from sort of a erratic mindset. It helped to center me, center my mind, my ability to create a healthy body, a focused way of thought, helped me in business, helped me in just to retain youth, and the confidence that it gave me, just in a lot of ways, not just fighting skills, but just the confidence in my own body to know that I can do things and keep age from creeping in too soon, to overcome that onset of age and whatnot. So every time I get on that mat, I feel like it was 20 years ago. I don't think that I've necessarily degraded at all since then, and this is a great place for me to come and remind myself that I can, live forever, as it were. So I appreciate what's been offered to me here, and I probably continue to do this from now on until I'm as old as Sensei.
My name is Scott Tillett. I've been training with Sensei for about 3 years now. I trained in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu in Costa Mesa for about 5 or 6 years. Started around the age 24, 25. Obtained first degree brown belt. And then I graduated from undergraduate. Got into law school. Had to move out of the city back to Los Angeles to attend USC Law School. And while in school, it was a lot of work, but I had been doing Jiu-Jitsu long enough to know that it kept me centered, it kept me grounded, it was part of my routine, it kept me disciplined. So I searched for another Jiu-Jitsu school. Everything seemed too far away. Trained in hardstyle Aikido for a while on USC campus. It still felt a little bit like soft style Jiu-Jitsu. Looked outward towards other arts because I found I wanted to tell the teacher what I knew instead of learn from the teacher in that art. So I tried diverse arts, tried capoeira, tried Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, tried boxing, which I really loved, probably the best, kickboxing, Krav Maga, where we had fight school. And finally, after graduating from law school, started working as a lawyer. It was very difficult, it was at a very tough time. It was 2010, the economy was terrible, had to work around the clock. Eventually, when I surfaced, came above water, I did what I knew to do, which is to look for my center, my groundedness again, which was Jiu-Jitsu. I looked up schools, and I was living downtown. Sensei was in on the west side. It was Santa Monica and Bundy area. But I went, I watched a class, I attended a class, and very early on I knew I was home. It was traditional. You earned your belt, you were treated with respect, you were expected to treat others with respect. And, Sensei says at the beginning of every class, makzo, so release. And that's what is the most powerful aspect of Jiu-Jitsu for me, is the meditative element. When I step on the mat, I'm not thinking about yesterday, and I'm not thinking about tomorrow. The money I lost in court yesterday, the trial I have coming up tomorrow, any financial worries, relationships, health, anything. I'm right there, I'm present, I'm focused, and Sensei demands it, and the art demands it, and if you're not focused, you get hit. It's kind of like in life. It's taught me so much in Jiu-Jitsu, and I bring the focus and my mindset from Jiu-Jitsu into all walks of life today. It's helped me become a success in all areas, in finances, in relationships, friendships, family, my wife, just every single aspect of my life. I love it. I couldn't do without it.
Hi, Trina Tillett, Scott Tillett's wife, the new brown belt. The thing that I was going to say about Scott is I think since joining Jiu-Jitsu specifically, this one, he's been a lot happier, and I found him like really caring about this, and it's all been just really positive. Just, I think that it's helped him like be a happier person. Not that he wasn't, but I think that this was really good for him. It's just a really positive thing in his life, and he always talks it all about Sensei